All right, this chapter deserves another God is amazing, as we want to call this chapter again, Truly, but Truly Part 2, understanding that the truth that God is going to help Hezekiah to see is that the Rabshakeh and even Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, they have a home too. And so as they are bringing drama to Hezekiah, the king of Judah, during a time when he is otherwise just minding his own business or doing right, God is going to help everybody see the larger truth of Assyria's own vulnerabilities. Beginning in verse 1, you're going to get a chance to see Hezekiah in desperation, but making the right choice, sending his envoys to Isaiah, who is actually going to give them good news. However, good news or a good start is not always enough to overcome a tough opponent. And so when the Rabshakeh actually goes back home in verse 8, going from verses 8 through roughly 13, he is going to realize, wait a minute, some of that stuff might actually be true. Meaning God has already started to disturb the stability in Assyria, as he is going to find the king fighting other battles, which is going to cause the Rabshakeh to double down and send word back to Hezekiah, no matter what you might have heard, it ain't over. Which is going to shake Hezekiah enough to send him back to exactly where he needs to be, and that is going to God, as he is going to pray to God that even though he already sees one of the mistakes that the Rabshakeh has made, and that is assuming that the true God is just like the other gods that have already fallen before Assyria, he still needs another answer, because right now that's not enough for his confidence to be where it needs to be. But God is going to reward him for actually asking God for deeper insight in verses 21 through roughly 29, by my paraphrase, essentially seeming to say, because you have doubled down on my ways and seeking counsel from me the way that the Rabshakeh has doubled down on himself, I'm going to reward you with a greater understanding of what I'm about to do to them. As God is going to deal with Assyria through a mix of divine intervention and, as we mentioned in the beginning, home trouble or trouble at home. First, turning his attention away from Judah by way of a rumor back home of a war with Cush, then sending an angel to destroy 185,000 that the king of Assyria sent to take Judah, before making sure that this king of Assyria would never trouble Judah again by causing his own sons to turn on him. Once again, reminding me why we sometimes lead off these chapters by saying, God is amazing, understanding how in this chapter, he seems to have rewarded Hezekiah's pursuit of the actual truth by showing him the larger truth, that those unjustly troubling his home had their own homes, that God was going to trouble too.